Coach, your thoughts? Forced them in a lot of turnovers. That the key, because your offensive numbers, you didn't shoot it effectively, but you got all those turnovers.
Yeah, we wanted to. We've made a conscious effort of. I think we got too passive. I think we worried about fouls and worried about turning people loose, and we've got to be more aggressive. So, I thought Nate and John both did a really good job of making them play faster than they want to play.
Now that John's back, can that rotation, he stepped up. Do you like the way that rotation sort of coming as the season hits its stretch? Well,
we'll see what happens with Dax. We may have to play Nate some more at 3 if Dax can't go. It's always something.
What was the injury to Dax? Was it hamstring or?
I don't know.
No, you don't know.
I don't know. Tony had a great line. Now, Tony said he's seen soldiers leave the battlefield with less help than it took Dax to get off the floor. That was Tony. That wasn't me. Don't attribute that to me.
Obviously, teams will try to attack the press in different ways. Were you surprised they threw it over the top as much as they did?
No. No, people are going to obviously spend a lot of time figuring out ways to try to alleviate the pressure. I think, honestly, today that it helped us certainly more than it hurt us. We came up with a bunch of balls that if we could judge if I had anybody who played Little League could judge a fly ball, we'd get a lot more. Our guys are like that kid you stuck out in right field, that came running in to catch it and the ball dropped over his head. That's what they remind me of. I actually had a no-hitter going, and my right fielder did that. And then he did it again. I went out and threw my glove at him. No, I didn't. I'm just teasing. I'm no kidding. I said I had a no-hitter going.
With Holton being out 4 games and coming and playing pretty good defense today, did you say anything to him before the game? Talk to him at all?
No, I don't try not to speak to any of them. Of course I talk to him.
Coach, is Issa as comfortable as you've seen him at this point, up to this juncture of the short career?
An amazing thing happened. Issa was in the gym early and stayed late. And it's amazing how that happens, isn't it? And really did spend a lot of time the last few days in the gym. It's amazing how that works.
Bob Devin, 1,000 career points. I know it's usually like a career achievement award. He's just a junior. What's kind of the significance of that for you? I guess in terms of what he's done and what we'll continue to do for y'all.
Well, that's what Tony told me on the radio. I think, I know Devin and KJ are the 2 best power forwards that I've coached here. I think they've both been terrific, and Dev continues to get better and better. Today he got going too fast and missed a bunch of shots, but he's been a whole lot better at that. And he is one of the premier rebounders in our league. And some of those other guys, I think, have they have a little bit better numbers, but when you stop and think about the minutes that Devin wasn't allowed to play in a lot of games, and the fact that he's got John Holden beside him, who rebounds it pretty good in his own right. He's one of the premier rebounders in our league, and I think if you're premier in our league, you're premier in the country. So.
Issa got a lot of his points around the rim instead of settling for jumpers. Have you encouraged him to look inside more rather than trying to step out?
Well, we were running things to be able to do that with him. Yeah. Yeah, I think we just got to get him comfortable, you know, because he's a talented guy. My dad used to always tell me try to get a layup, you know, and then you think about it, if you miss 2 jumpers and you have a layup, you start thinking I'm 1 for 3. I'm really not, you know, I'm not playing that bad, even though it was a layup. I had a hard time getting layups here because those greedy guys I played with are running ahead of me, and I looked like a fool if I didn't throw it to them, you know. They didn't run back the other way quite as fast.
Coach, this is the most spirited you've seen John this season. I mean, we did a little bit of everything. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals.
No, John has boundless energy and enthusiasm. Him and Tavon. To the point where at times it's annoying. But I'm teasing. Don't write that. I know somebody will anyway. So. I'll just tell them don't speak to you anymore because you're printing lies.
Are you happy with the progression of passing from the high post? It seems like
Getting better. Yeah, getting better. It's getting better. We quit running offense. It wasn't that we just didn't screen anybody. When we screen, generally somebody's open. We didn't do a very good job of finishing. And Dev didn't finish very well. Elijah didn't finish very well. Brandon came in and shot 2 air balls, you know, from 4 feet. We just didn't finish very well. But I thought we got it where we want to get it. We'll shoot it. I think we'll shoot it better in the future. I hope.
Bob, you were not enamored, I think is what you said, with your starting guards.
I thought that was a good word.
I like it.
It's kind of that's a pretty nice looking sport coat too, by the way.
Making fun of my clothes.
No, I'm not. I said it. It's a good looking sports coat.
Well, the change in your guards today, though, did you see anything? Were you more enamored
With the guard play?
with Javon and Dax? Or is it kind of like you said before?
I think honestly, I think those two are capable of playing way better than what they played today, and actually what they've been playing. I mean, they're both athletic. They both at times have shot the ball very well, and they both at times have drove it pretty well, and they both can guard. I think they're capable of a whole lot more. I mean, I thought the way they played a year ago, I thought in time, you know, they would be like the old Villanova guards, you know. And to this point, they haven't. But I think they're certainly capable of it.
Any or much of that have to do with Javon having to play so much more point?
I'm sure some of it does. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, I think, you know, they have heard and saw so much of this. Any touch on a perimeter is a foul that they're not. You know, it's hard to really try to lock in and guard the way they locked in and guarded a year ago. And so, I mean, I think mentally it is. You know, I don't think it is, but I think mentally, because it's you know, every question seemed to be for a long time. You know, what about the foul situation? What about the foul situation?
Anything else?
Well, this next game coming up, anything you have to tell them heading into that, or is that one they could surely wake up for?
I don't know, man. You guys keep asking me to try to think what they think, and I don't want to be honest with you. I don't want to think like them. I don't know. I didn't think we'd have much trouble getting them ready for this one, but yesterday we had to remind them that I hadn't said a word about that we were lucky to beat them here a year ago. very, very fortunate to beat them here a year ago. And if we didn't, come in and play as hard as we normally play and execute, we could get beat, which I didn't think I'd have to say that, being where we are in the season and, where we are in the standings and all that, but we did. So I don't know. Somebody way smarter than me is going to have to try to figure out what they're thinking, because I don't have a clue.
This isn't going to be a good question. Then.
It's not?
No.
How did you like Jay Kuntz's Sport Cup?
We need to talk.
You and Jay?
I think I gotta go shopping with Josh.
Josh said he looked like an usher in Rupp Arena.
I want to popcorn. So.
Yeah, said he looks like the guys that seat you in Rupp Arena.
If Dax and Javon are this deep in the season, they at least understand or they can anticipate better how to defend. Is that maybe something that could get them more comfortable and push them in that direction you're looking for, or is it impossible to know what they do?
No, I don't think it's impossible. I think as they continue to play, Mike, I think their decision making has to get better. But I think it will, because both of them want to be good. Both of them are coachable, and I think the experience. It's when you have more things to draw on, more experience to draw on, you most of the time make better decisions.